Chase the
Good morning, Hacks. Today is Wednesday, August 21st, 2024. My name is Hector Alvarado.
My name is Jaden Garcia.
Today is the sixth week of school.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, Texas Pledge, in a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one indivisible. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you, Hacks. You may now be seated. For today's analysis, we will first look at our attendance.
The attendance for yesterday was 6th grade, 92.56%, 7th grade, 96.43%, 8th grade, 96%. Total attendance for Monday was 95.3%. Remember our goal is to reach 97%. Now let's look at our weekly attendance. Our total attendance for this week was 6th grade, 92.59%, 7th grade, 96.21%, 8th grade, 95.79%. Total attendance for this week was 94.89%. Let's try to reach 97% and be present in school every day.
For our closing sports section, we have the following announcements. Calling all students. Make HMS great by joining our student council. Our first meeting is this Tuesday on August 20th at the school in room 208 with Miss Martinez. There will be a first yearbook club meeting on Tuesday, August 20th at the school in 2A with Ms. Hernandez. Here are some highlights of the games from this weekend.
Amazing job, Hawks!
Hawks, please join National Junior Honor Society at our upcoming Panda Express fundraiser on August 30th from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. To participate in the fundraiser, please take the flyer or use the code on the app.
It is always to always be in dress code on a daily basis. You must be wearing a solid black, gray, or white polo shirt that is tucked in at all times. On Thursdays, you're allowed to wear college military shirts, and don't forget to show your Hawk spirit on Fridays. Remember, no hoodies or torn jeans are allowed on campus. We always want to dress for success.
Let's go to Studio 2.
Let's go to Studio 2 with Mrs. Rudy's.
Good morning, Hawks. I hope you all are having a wonderful Wednesday morning. We do want to put out a few reminders that map testing will begin again tomorrow. So please make sure tomorrow morning that you do report to your testing room. Students, we do want you to remember to always make sure that you are sitting in your assigned seat on your side of the cafeteria during lunch. Not necessarily assigned seat, but your assigned side of the cafeteria during lunch. We also do want to remind you, students, when it does come to dress code, colored hair is not allowed. I know I have personally addressed a few students who do have colored hair. Teachers, please make sure you are addressing students who have colored hair. A big question that comes around is red. So the bright red that we are seeing is not allowed. The only type of hair dye that you can have is a natural hair color. And the bright red we see is not natural. If you want to Google natural redheads, you'll see it's more of an orangey color that's really different from the bright red. So to answer that question, bright red is not allowed. We will be having our parent meeting tomorrow, August 22nd, and it's all about what do my STAR scores really mean. We are starting at 5:30, so students, please remind your parents to come on by so you can see your STAR scores and see how you've been growing over the years. As always, cell phones and earbuds must be turned off and out of sight. If it is seen, heard, or being used, it will be picked up with the $15 fee charged to your parents. Remember, Hawks, that our focus is on learning and these devices are distractions. Never forget that you are loved here at Horizon Middle School. We are happy that you are here each and every day. And if someone hasn't told you they love you today, Hawks, I am definitely saying it. I love you, Hawks, and I'm glad you are here. I do also want to remind you a little bit about our attendance. Yesterday's attendance did drop, so we need to make sure we are here on campus every single day and reporting to every single period. Our campus vision is building resilient achievers as our leaders. We can reach our vision by following our PBIS core values. Be responsible, be respectful, be safe, and be present. I do want to give you a few examples of being respectful. Raising your hand to participate, being kind, polite, and positive, being a good listener, waiting your turn, and following directions the first time. Every day in every way, you are getting better and better, so don't stop reaching for your goals. The decisions you make today do affect you tomorrow, so always make those great decisions. And have a great day, Hawks. Now let's go back to Studio One with our anchors.
Next, we have Ms. Guerreras and Ms. Gomez with today's SEL lesson. Take it away, counselors.
Good morning, Hawks. This is Ms. Gutierrez, one of your counselors, and we did send out a PBIS lesson on a Monday, but we wanted to reiterate and go over it again so that everyone is on board and safe. So the topic today is internet safety and why it is important to be safe. Why do you think it's important for us to be safe? Well, we live in a digital world now, and you all have a lot of communication that's online, and so we want to be sure that while you're enjoying it and learning from it, that you're also keeping yourself safe. So what are some of the risks and dangers of social media? Well, the first one is cyberbullying, and we do see that a lot where groups are made online chatting, and then they end up talking about another person. And just imagine if you're the person that they're talking about. That cyberbullying, we do take it very, very serious. That's also part of David's Law, which we're going to be talking to you all about in the coming weeks. So it's super important that we avoid that. The other thing is geolocation. If you're online all the time, you run the risk of somebody knowing your exact location. So those are things that you need to keep in mind when you're getting online. Inappropriate content. These are things like viewing things that are inappropriate or sending out things that are inappropriate. And you all know the difference. When someone asks you for a photo, that's a big no-no. You need to be really careful with that. And then also the sexting, because that does come into play. If someone starts messaging you things that are inappropriate, you probably know within your heart right away, this is not a good thing. So try to avoid that. You could get yourself in a lot of trouble. And then the other thing, the big thing, is the online predators. You might be think that you're talking to somebody that could be a 13 or 14-year-old boy or girl, and it could be a 40, 50-year-old man. So you need to be very careful because predators are very, very wise in their ways online. We want you to be safe at all times. And then you could also be breaking laws. If you're sending something that's inappropriate to someone or receiving those or asking for those, it could be considered as breaking the law. So rules for the real world versus the net. Stranger danger. We've all heard of that since you were little bitty. And stranger danger tended to be someone that you met on the street that you didn't know. And that's still a positive thing. You need to be careful with that. Stay away from that. But also there are dangers online of strangers that you just don't know and you're not aware of who they are. Real world is you say you're sorry when you hurt someone. Be the bigger person. You realize when you've hurt someone, it's okay to apologize and say, I'm sorry. Go to bed on time, especially right now that you all are testing. It's important that you get plenty of rest. Share your toys and take turns playing games. Brush your teeth. Don't answer the door when mom is in the shower. Never meet someone in person you've met on the cyber world. Again, you could be meeting a total stranger and you have no clue who that person is. Limit time on the computer and have a social life. Many times you all go out to a restaurant and you see families, and there could be a family of 4 and everybody's on the phone. There's no communication going on. Put your phone aside, talk to your parents, find out what your parents do for a living. Talk to your grandparents. They were young at one point just like you, and they're filled with a knowledge and wisdom to impart on you. Never give out personal information, even if it's your best friend. Don't respond to messages that are threatening or obscene. Let an adult know. And then a few more basic rules. Never share your name, your age, your phone number, address, or even your school, because they can locate and track you down. Never send out pictures to a stranger. Keep your passwords private. This is a big one. A lot of times you all tend to share with your best friends, but best friends sometimes have little arguments, little disagreements, and you don't want that password to get out and your information is stolen. Never open an email from someone you don't recognize because it could contain a virus, or let someone use your computer without you knowing it because they could search up information that's inappropriate. Visit age-appropriate sites only, and tell an adult you trust if you see something that makes you feel uncomfortable. Let an adult know so that we can help you with these situations. I'm going to pass it over now to Ms. Gomez, and she's going to take the second part of the presentation. Thanks, guys.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm Ms. Gomez, one of the other school counselors, and let's go back to predators online. Are you really you? Sometimes some of your online friends might not be who they say they are. Someone can tell you they're a teenage girl, but they could be actually a 40-year-old man posing as a teenager. And there's an example of some dialogue. Gee, you sound really cute and we have the same birthday. We must be destined to meet. Well, I don't mind admitting I was homecoming queen and maybe we could celebrate our birthdays together. But if you look at the pictures, they're not the same person. Okay, go ahead. So think before you post. This is very important. Remember, once it's out there, you can't take it back. To post or not to post, that is the question. Think before you post. Do not post something that you would not want your grandmother to read. Everything that an individual posts, no matter how old you are or how young you are, stays online. Pictures, comments, anything that you post stays online. The places you visit and think you say leave a trail on the internet. Remember, they can follow your digital footprint. So remember to stay safe and visit only safe, appropriate sites that your parents would approve of or your school will approve of. Remember, control your digital footprint. It has to reflect something positive about you, and it's all up to you. What are you looking at? Make sure it's positive. Remember, what you post can affect your reputation. We will be known forever for the tracks we leave. That is a famous quote from Lakota Native American proverb. The words we say, the pictures we post, the places we visit make up our digital reputations. They cannot be washed away like footprints in the sand. Remember, once it's out there, it's out there. So just a little piece for you to think about. How can you keep yourself safe online? What are some of the action steps you can take to avoid dangers like cyber predators? Remember, safety is always first. Thank you so much. Oh, just a quick reminder, guys, before we go off. We're having a parent meeting in conjunction with Project Vida tomorrow at 10 a.m. So tell your parents. It's already been posted. Your parents have received emails and calls But just remind them it's a very important informational meeting about raising champions and empowering you young adults, young teenagers, better said. Okay, thank you. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you, Ms. Gomez and Quiteres, for today's SEL lesson. Hope your week is going good so far. Please join us again tomorrow for more of our Hawks Nation. Teachers, at this time, please check that your students are in dress code and are following the 5-step plan. Have a great day, Hawks.